Italian bakeries, you can find these treats called pangoccioli, which are these cute brioche buns with chocolate chips. They're so delicious, so let me show you how it's made. This first step is optional, but you're gonna make a roux, and this actually helps with letting the buns stay fresher for longer. Next, to a bowl, you're gonna combine yeast, warm milk, honey, the roux, 1 egg, vanilla, and sugar. It's gonna take a while, but you're gonna whisk it until it's all well combined. And you wanna make sure that all the clumps for the roux have dissolved. Next, you're gonna slowly add in your flour. Once it starts coming together, you're gonna transfer it to a board with some butter and the chocolate chips. I put my chocolate chips in the freezer beforehand so they wouldn't get all melty when I was eating it, and I needed that for around 10 minutes until the dough is nice and soft. You're gonna cover that for 2 hours, and once it's doubled in size, you're gonna roll the dough into 12 balls, cover for another hour, and then once it's all done, you're gonna brush it with egg wash before you finally bake it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. These are so light and so airy with the perfect amount of sweetness. The recipe is gonna be linked in my video, and enjoy. Okay, so I love cheesecake and I also love Lotus Biscoff cookies, so I'm going to show you how I combine them to make this really easy cheesecake. So in a food processor, I mix together 250 grams of Lotus Biscoff cookies with about half a cup of melted butter and press that really firmly in a springform pan. I then whisk together 1 1/4 cup of whipped cream, and then once the peaks form, I put that to the side, and then I whisk together 2 blocks of cream cheese, about 1/3 of a cup of icing sugar, and half a cup of this Lotus Biscoff spread. I mix until there's no clumps, and then I whisk together also the whipped cream as well. Spread that evenly around the crust and make sure that it was all nice and smooth and there were no lumps, and then I put that to the fridge to chill overnight. I then melted in the other half of the spread and then put that all over the cheesecake, and then I add in some crumbs of the cookies. This was the final result. It was so delicious.